Good evening. Welcome to Deep Thoughts While Driving. I am your host, me, myself, and I. It's Tony. It is 12:10 on my Friday, so that means it's Sunday night. Tomorrow's gonna suck because it's gonna be a busy day. My deep thought for this drive home is the importance of making time for family. Now, for those of you who are younger and live at home with your parents, may not quite apply so much to you. For people who are, at the age of, moving out from mom and dad's home, going to college, or, you're closer to my age and you got kids, might be a little more applicable. So, trying to adjust here a little bit. I don't know what I'm bumping. Anyhow, I had a good night at work. I was hanging with my buddy Quaid. Catch him on Q-Talk Entertainment. I'll put a shout out to him and a link in the description. Hopefully I'll remember to do it this time. Because he's been trying to get people to check out my videos and maybe, give me some more subscribers. At the point of this video being made, I've got a whopping 2 subscribers, 83 views, and I'm not sure how many likes because, well, I just didn't pay much attention. But, nah. So, anyhow, if you like what you hear and you see, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and let me know you liked it. And if you're interested, check out more of my videos if you want, and feel free to subscribe so they're easier to find. I don't post on a regular basis because, well, these are just for me, and I really don't have a whole lot of people going, post more videos, because there's all 2 subscribers. Anyhow, now that I got totally distracted, yeah, so I haven't seen my daughter and my granddaughter much lately, and I was really having a bad day the other day, so I left home early and stopped and visited with my daughter and my granddaughter, only for about 30-40 minutes, I guess. I wish it was earlier. I'd left earlier and spent more time just hanging with my daughter. But I don't spend enough time with her. I realized that I hadn't seen my daughter in a month or 2. I hadn't seen my granddaughter in longer than that. We live in the same town. I drive by their apartment every day, going to and from work. So, and I don't get to see them very often. I've got my favorite aunt in Fairview, Alberta, and I got 5 cousins just with that one aunt alone, and my cousins are getting married and having kids. So I guess my cousins' kids would be my second cousins. I don't know, whatever the relationship is. I don't keep track of that stuff all that well. But my cousins got kids that I have never seen before. Husbands and wives that I've never met. And this is my favorite aunt and my favorite cousins. And if any of my family see this, I'm not knocking my cousin Wade. I'm really not. It's just we never kept in touch, which really sucks. I wouldn't even know how to get a hold of him right now. If something important happened, I wouldn't know how to get a hold of my one cousin Wade. But if my one aunt, I could get a hold of her, not a problem. My other aunt, she's got 2 kids, and those cousins, I honestly don't know if that one aunt's alive. My cousins, I don't even know if I got them on Facebook, for crying out loud. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them. When I was a kid, we were always, saw each other during the summers because, summer holidays, you go to spend time with the grandparents and the aunts and uncles. That's what we did. And since then, it's just, there is no contact, and it sucks. It's been kind of weighing on my mind. I realized that I don't really have anything to do with any of my family at all. It's not that I don't want to, it's just, we've just fallen out of touch over the years. And my son spent time with his grandparents in Mackenzie, and he had a great time. He always does, and they love having him, which is fantastic. And he's been spending time with his great-grandparents, and I never even knew my great-grandparents, so that him spending time with them is fantastic. He's 7, my son's 7, so, excuse me, heartburn. So, he will actually remember his great-grandparents, and I think that's phenomenal, because he's going to have memories of people, relatives that I never did. Or never could really anymore, because they're all gone. So yeah, police officer behind me flashing his lights, or flashing the high beams at least, looks like. I don't know why I'm doing the speed limit. Anyhow, so my son having the opportunity to spend time with his family members that I never, I didn't get to when I was his age, I think is pretty wicked, pretty cool. Although his niece, my granddaughter, he hasn't seen her in a while either. So I don't know. I'm realizing that, there are certain family members that we lose contact with. And unless your family is really messed up, there are families out there that are really messed up. I'm the black sheep of my family, with my mom and my sister and my stepdad, because my sister growing up always asked for help, and I was always the one who never asked for help. So when I moved out of home from my parents' place, I stood on my own. I didn't ask for help. I got married, I had a wife, I had a kid. I did everything on my own. I never asked for help. And the entire time since I've moved out from my parents' house, as a teenager at 19, I asked for help on 5 different occasions. And only because I had no one else to turn to. My sister, being who she is and being older, the situation she ended up being in, she needed help more often and asked for help more often. I've never been one to ask for help easily. Getting me to ask for help from family has always been a really hard thing to do. So that's just the way she grew up, and I grew up differently. Even though we were both raised by a single mom for the most part until I was 8, I think. But anyhow, so growing up differently, we have different relationships, and my sister, always being more of an extrovert, she's kept in better contact with the family than I ever have. I've always been more of an introvert and kind of kept to myself. That's just who I am. So it's come to my realization that we need to, try and keep in contact with the family that we have, because it is important. I can park there, yay. So I'm parking, give me a sec here. I know I'm distracted. Try and keep in contact with family. It is actually really, really important. It's a good thing to do. You won't regret it unless your family's really messed up and you have problems. And if that's the case, then sorry to hear that. no family's perfect by any means, but really, you only get so much family, and then when you start getting older, the age catches up on them, and then you end up with less and less family. Then you end up being on your own, and that sucks. So, yeah, if you can, be in contact with your family, you know. Love who you got. Anyhow, I'm rambling. I'm tired. Later.